reporters like my guest. He is best known for his mark on American history. Clarence Henderson participated in one of the famous lunch counter cities of the 1960s. This was at a Woolworths in Greensboro, North Carolina. Fast forward to earlier this month, where Henderson led a prayer at a Trump rally in Charlotte, North Carolina.
We have to move in the same spirit as the Republican Party when they defended the rights of blacks in America. Passed the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. We have to continue in the same spirit as we did when we sat down at that lunch counter and put Jim Crow on trial, and he was found guilty of trying to divide this country when we were a country united.
And Clarence Henderson joins me now. Mr. Henderson, thanks very much for taking the time today.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
So let me begin by asking you, what do you see in Donald Trump? Why do you support him and think that he is best for African American communities?
Well, politicians are a dime a dozen. Leaders are priceless. Donald Trump is a businessman, and America is a business. And in order to run America, be a part of running America, you have to understand the economics of America and that we are a free society. We don't need politicians running based on policy, but running based on principles.
Okay, so he's clearly a different kind of politician, but what specifically have you heard from him that convinces you that he will make a difference for you and for your families, for your communities?
Because he knows how to create jobs. One of the biggest problems in America right now, especially in the black community, is a lack of jobs, and he has proven before that he knows how to create jobs. And we are a country, the land of opportunity, not the land of entitlement.
Now I've spoken to some African-American leaders recently who, as they listen to his outreach to African-Americans, they feel that he's talking at them rather than with them. And I wonder if you felt that at all.
No, not at all. I've been up close and personal with Mr. Trump, and he's a very personable guy. A lot of times he comes off on TV different than he is in person. And I don't know how they can arrive at the point of them thinking he's talking at them instead of to them, when he hasn't had a whole lot of interaction, and they have he has not interacted with them in a great way.
Well, let me ask you this then. If you look at the polls, it's really no contest. His support among African Americans is in the low single digits. Why are you in such a small minority among African Americans? Because I look at this country, and there's been a great transmission of misinformation. Therefore, you have far too many blacks that vote for the Democratic Party when there's been the Republican Party that has helped blacks more than anybody else. You look at the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. You also look at women's rights. The Republicans finally got that pushed through. So he's running on the platform that I'm in favor of. And I understand that platform because I have been a Democrat before, and I know which party has done the most for us as a race and the most for the country as well. Now, you know that his current CEO of his campaign comes from Breitbart.com, from a wing of the party known as the alt-right, which has ties to folks who've said and propagated some racist things and racist information. Does that association bother you?
Not at all. I mean, you look at Hillary Clinton, and she's been associated with the KKK and all these various organizations. You know,
how has she been associated with the KKK?
Because I've seen her kissing one of the leaders of the KKK.
You're talking about her picture with Robert Byrd?
Yes.
Okay.
See, I come from an era of time known as Jim Crow, and I know what racism is and what racism isn't. And you can't legislate a person's heart. I'm not looking to like Donald Trump. I'm looking at what he will do, and I look at the history again of the Republican Party versus the Democratic Party. And for the last 8 years, we have been put in dire straits because of the policies that have been put in place, such as Obamacare and other things, when we need jobs as opposed to the things that are happening right now.
Clarence Henderson, you're part of history in this country, going back to the sit-in movement. Thanks for what you've done, and thanks for taking the time today.
Oh, you're quite welcome.